Hey guys, it's Lori. Today I want to talk about relationships. I have so many clients that call me and that's what they want help with, is finding that perfect person for them. And I'm going to do a little series on relationships, and this is the first one. So like finding that special person for you. And I want to do one on relating to other people, whether it be a love relationship or family ties or a friend, or, just in general, relating to other people and how to make it work. And then another one on dealing, keeping a relationship. Once you've found your relationship, you want to keep your relationship. So I want to do several of these, but for the first one, let's talk about finding that perfect person. Now, I also have clients that are married or with that person already and having difficulty, and I will cover a video on that as well. But for now, let's talk about finding that person. So many people are in that place where they really want to find somebody that is. A lot of people say the one. Now, as people that are my clients or that have heard me talk before, blah, 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 sorry. I don't believe there's only one. I believe that we can make it work with almost anybody, but you don't want to just make it work with almost anybody. You want to be with the person that God wants you to be with. Right? I mean, and that doesn't mean that everything's going to go just 100% smooth. And that's how so many people say that. And then they end up in these relationships that are like, wow, in the beginning. And then they just fizzle and there's nothing. And somebody ends up getting hurt. Or you find out that this person was nothing like you thought they were going to be. You don't want that, right? I mean, who wants that? I mean, there is the saying, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all, which I happen to agree with. But how much do you go through in the interim, right? I mean, if you hook up with somebody who is dangerous, or if you hook up with, and I mean emotionally dangerous, or if you hook up with somebody who is draining, or like a psychic vampire or whatever, is it really worth it? And was it really love? I absolutely agree with it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all, if it's truly love. Absolutely. I will never say that's not true. Anyhow. Okay, so first step, where are you? Never mind everybody else. Where are you? What do you have to offer? Are you healthy? Are you carrying around baggage? Are you walking in unforgiveness or a lack of gratitude? Are you hanging on to old wounds? Are you dealing with your soul wounds? Okay? And the reason that I say this is for a couple of reasons. One, your potential partner doesn't deserve to have to deal with your past relationships issues, For instance, if somebody cheated on you or lied to you or made it so you couldn't trust them, and you say, well, I can't trust anybody, that next person doesn't deserve that. They didn't do anything not be trusted. That's like putting you're dooming that relationship before it even begins. And sometimes it happens subconsciously because you haven't let go. So you need to make sure, okay, am I walking in forgiveness? The best way to let go of something, you might say, well, I'll never let go of that. Yes, you will if you start walking in forgiveness. If you don't think you can forgive, think about how God has forgiven you and say, God, I need help with forgiveness. Forgiveness is an action, not a feeling. So take the act of forgiving and watch what happens, okay? And then each day, no matter how bitter you are, no matter how angry you are, try sending that person love and well wishes. And eventually, it will become genuine. So don't hold on to, don't carry around your baggage, your soul wounds. If you're not dealing with them, what you're going to do is you're going to attract people that will reaffirm the soul wounds, not the people that are right for you. That's why I say, if it seems to go great in the beginning, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the person that God picked for you. It could be the opposite. Because, the negative side is always trying to bring us down. And what better way to bring us down, right? And you'll notice, even aside from relationships, just like everyday life, everyday interactions with people, we attract, whether we want it or not, it's like on a subconscious level. If we're dealing with our soul wounds, we will attract people to reaffirm those soul wounds. So we have to, it's crucial. Whether you want to be in a relationship or not, it's crucial. It's imperative that we make sure that we're aware of and that we're healing those wounds. And if you don't know how to do that, call somebody like me. I can help you. I mean, I don't want to go over that in the video because it's going to make the video so long, but I can help you, or somebody like me can help you. Okay, so now if you're in a pretty healthy place, now I want you to sit down and think, okay, what is it that I like to do? What is it that really interests me? What are my passions? What are my goals? Again, don't think about another person. Think about yourself. What do I like to do? I like to read. I like to long walks on the beach. No, I like the beach. I like supernatural things. I am a Christian. People say, oh, my beliefs don't matter. Absolutely they do, because you don't want to be unequally yoked. You don't want to be with somebody. What do you have in common with somebody that doesn't have that kind of belief? And I'm not saying you have to be exactly at the same level of that belief, but you need somebody within that realm. It's not going to work. What's going to happen is they'll pull you away. You may think that's not true, but they will. So what do I like to do? What are my interests? What are my hobbies? I like to play golf. I like to play baseball. I like to go out to eat. I like to, I like milkshakes. Whatever it is, list those things. And now, after you make that list, and it's a nice idea, talk to a friend about it. Because your friend might pick up on something you're not, as far as what you're holding on to, or even what you like and what you don't like. You might not even recognize it because it's your life. You don't think about this stuff. So if you have somebody you can trust to kind of go over these things with, that's a good idea. Now take those things, like say, okay, I like to read. And off of that, what can I do that relates to that involves other people? Well, I can go to a library, I can go to a bookstore, I can join a book club. You can go deeper into that. Like, what do I like to read? What kind of, and maybe there's events or stuff. I like dinner theater. I like, what can I do that involves other people? Go to the theater. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I am a strong Christian. Okay, go to Christian events. Around where I live, there's not many. But go to a place that people that of the same belief will go. Go to a place where people with the same likes and dislikes, same hobbies or whatever will go. Don't go there with the intention of meeting somebody. Just go there open. Go there with the intention of having fun. Okay? Don't worry about meeting anybody at this point. Now I want you to look at, what do I want in another person? What's important to me? What's important? And you got the whole good looks, sense of humor, stability, but what's really important? What do you want? Think about it. And the reason I say this is because, first of all, not everybody, but usually you're on your best behavior when you first meet somebody, right? It takes a while to kind of get to know somebody. And everybody has flaws. We all have stuff. We are born into this world with soul wounds. People say, infants come in pure. Not really. No, they don't, because they're dealing with what mom's dealing with when they're sharing that body. When they're in utero, they pick up on mom's emotions. If mom's always fighting with somebody while she's pregnant, they're going to pick that energy up. If mom is super happy and full of love, they're going to pick that energy up. If mom is depressed or scared or angry or alone, they're going to pick that energy up. So babies can come into this world already soul wounds in place, So we all have stuff. Everybody has stuff. Okay? And like I said, you should be working on that stuff before you even attempt a relationship, but we have to keep in mind that others have that stuff too. And not only that, but life happens. So, I mean, you know, the fairy tales aren't necessarily true. You know, happily ever after. I mean, there could be a happily ever after, but life happens. Accidents happen. Illness happens. Deaths happen. Fights happen. People lose their jobs. All kinds of stuff happens, okay? So in a negative situation, what do you want in a person? You know, like, somebody comes to mind, one of my clients, who just really wanted to be with somebody, and she thought she found that person. He had the same spiritual beliefs as her. He was funny. He was fun. Just a sweet person. So she's like, oh yeah, this is great. Well, then he got sick. So let's think about it. What if the person you're with has a heart attack? And you might say automatically, well, I will care for that person. Are you really ready to do that? Be honest with yourself. Are you ready to do that? Or is it like, no, I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. Don't judge yourself. Be honest with yourself, because going forward, you want to make sure that you're in the right place. Okay? Does that make sense to you? And then, like I said, now be willing to act, okay? And, you know, I know a lot of people jump to online dating, and then I have other people that are like, no, I will absolutely not online date. I get it. I get it. Just like I will absolutely not go to a bar. I get it. I won't go to a singles dance, whatever. I get that. I get it. If that's not your comfort zone, then don't do it. But you do have to act. You know, Mr. or Mrs. Right isn't going to come and knock on your door. Maybe it's a possibility, but highly unlikely, okay? So what are you willing to do? And like I said, I think the best thing is to make these lists, know who you are, know what you want, know what you're willing to accept and what you are not willing to accept, and then go out and find a way to have fun. First of all, you're going to enrich your life. You know, you join the book club, or you join the dance lessons, or whatever it is you like to do. You like to eat, you find good restaurants, go around, start critiquing places, you know. I know you might say I work all the time. You can take an hour or two a week to do this stuff. You know, an hour or two a week. That's all. And research online. Find out different things. You might meet people that way. What's going to happen is you're going to broaden your circle. You're going to meet someone who also has the same interests as you. You're going to meet several someones. More importantly than any of the stuff, before you go out and act, okay, before you go out and start doing these things, turn it over to God and ask Him if he or she is out there. Well, you know they're out there, but the person that you want for me, open my eyes to it. Open my eyes to it. Show me. And as you're answering the questions, what am I willing to accept? What am I not? What do I really like to do? What do I really need to let go of? Ask Him to show you, because we can be really blinded by ourselves, you know. That's why I say ask a trusted friend, somebody who's not afraid to tell you the truth in love. You know, I can't stand, I tell it like it is, and then you go around hurting people. Talk to people truth, but talk to them in love and truth, okay? But even if you don't have somebody you trust that much, talk to God about it. And even if you do have somebody that you trust that much, maybe the both of you can talk to God about it. You're going to meet somebody. All you got to do is do that stuff. Even if you live in an area that is, you know, slim pickings, be willing to go a little outside of your comfort zone. Always, whether you live in that area or you live in the big city, be willing to go a little outside of your comfort zone to do this. You're going to broaden your life one way or the other, and you are going to meet that somebody. All right, in the next video, I want to talk about communicating with the one that you love, and not only in a romantic relationship, but in all relationships. I hope this video helped you. If you need coaching, if you need to let go of those soul wounds, if you want help just finding someone, you know, what a coach does is just what a coach for a baseball team does, is encourage you, give you ideas, give you assignments, and help you to come to where you need to be. My coaching is a little different than your average coaching because of the gifting. So give it a shot. And anybody that mentions this video and wants to do coaching, I'll give you 15% off. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.